Mastering pressure, understanding pressure in modern life. Pressure is everywhere. It's the tight knot in your stomach when a work deadline looms, the racing thoughts when you're juggling family responsibilities, or the quiet dread of scrolling through social media, wondering if you're keeping up. In today's fast-paced world, stress feels like a constant companion, and most of us are just trying to stay afloat. But what if pressure doesn't have to define you? What if, instead of being crushed by it, you could learn to sit with it, understand it, and even transform it into a catalyst for growth? This idea isn't new, it's at the heart of Buddhist wisdom, which has guided people for centuries through life's ups and downs. Imagine a serene Buddha sitting under a vibrant autumn tree, with the words, "How would you handle that pressure?" hovering nearby. It's a call to find calm amid chaos. In this first part of our journey, we'll explore what pressure really is, why it feels so overwhelming, and how a shift in perspective rooted in mindfulness and self-focus can set the stage for a life-changing experience. What is pressure, anyway? At its core, pressure is your mind and body's response to demands, real or imagined. It's the tension you feel when expectations pile up, whether from your boss, your family, or yourself. Scientifically, stress triggers a cascade of reactions. Your heart races, cortisol spikes, and your brain shifts into fight or flight mode. This response was great for our ancestors dodging predators, but it's less helpful when you're stuck in traffic or staring at an overflowing inbox. Buddhism offers a different lens. In Buddhist teachings, suffering, or dukkha, is a universal truth. Life inherently involves discomfort, things change, plans fail, and desires go unmet. Pressure isn't just a reaction to external events, it's tied to how you relate to them. Clinging to outcomes, resisting change, or judging yourself harshly amplifies the weight. The good news? By understanding this, you can start to loosen its grip. Think about a time you felt overwhelmed. Maybe it was a big presentation at work. The pressure wasn't just the deadline, it was the fear of failing, the worry about what others would think, or the need to prove yourself. These mental layers, not the task itself, turned the heat up. Buddhism invites you to notice those layers without getting lost in them. Why modern life feels like a pressure cooker? Let's be real, modern life doesn't make it easy to stay calm. We're bombarded with information, notifications pinging, news cycles churning, and social media showcasing everyone's highlight reels. Studies suggest over 40% of Americans report chronic stress, tied to work, finances, or social pressures. Add in rising costs, political divides, and the lingering effects of global upheavals, and it's no wonder we're afraid. Then there's the internal pressure. We're taught to hustle, to optimize, to be the best version of ourselves 24/7. Self-improvement culture can feel like a trap. Meditate, journal, hit the gym, eat kale, repeat. It's exhausting. Buddhism reminds us that chasing perfection is a recipe for suffering. Instead, it's about meeting yourself where you are, flaws and all. Take Sarah, a 32-year-old marketing manager I heard about recently. She was juggling a promotion, a new apartment, and a side hustle, all while trying to live her best life on Instagram. She'd wake up at 5 a.m. to meditate, but by noon, she was snapping at colleagues and doom-scrolling during lunch. The pressure to have it all was crushing her. Sound familiar? Sarah's story shows how external demands and internal expectations feed off each other, creating a cycle that's hard to break. A Buddhist approach to pressure. So, how do you handle that pressure? Buddhism doesn't promise a stress-free life, that's impossible. Instead, it offers tools to change your relationship with stress. The first step is awareness. Right now, you might be so caught up in reacting to pressure that you don't even see it clearly. It's like being underwater and not realizing you're wet. Try this, pause and take a slow breath. Notice what's happening in your body. Tight shoulders? Racing heart? Then check your thoughts. Are you catastrophizing, "I'll never get this done," or judging yourself, "I'm such a mess"? This simple act of noticing, called mindfulness, is where transformation begins. You're not trying to fix anything yet, just observing. The Buddha taught that suffering comes from craving, wanting things to be different than they are. When you're stressed, you're often fighting reality. This shouldn't be happening. But what if you could accept the moment as it is? Not passively giving up, but acknowledging it without resistance. That deadline is real. Your frustration is real. By seeing them clearly, you create space to respond instead of react. The power of self-focus. This brings us to the idea of focusing on yourself, not in a selfish way, but in a way that builds inner strength. Pressure often pulls you outward, toward what others think or what the world demands. Self-focus pulls you back to your own experience, your own truth. It's about asking, what do I need right now, instead of what should I do to keep everyone happy? For Sarah, self-focus meant rethinking her priorities. She started small, cutting her morning routine to 10 minutes of quiet breathing instead of a rigid meditation schedule. She unfollowed accounts that made her feel inadequate. She began journaling about what she valued, not what looked good online. Over time, the pressure didn't vanish, but it stopped owning her. She found moments of calm amid the storm. You can start small, too. Right now, name one source of pressure in your life. Maybe it's a work project, a family conflict, or just the weight of uncertainty. Write it down. Then ask, what's one thing I can do today to feel a little more grounded? It could be a 5-minute walk, a quick stretch, or even saying no to something that's draining you. These tiny acts of self-focus add up. Setting the stage for change. Handling pressure isn't about quick fixes or escaping discomfort. It's about building a foundation for resilience, one mindful moment at a time. In Buddhism, this path is gradual but profound. Picture that serene Buddha under the tree. It's a reminder that peace is possible, even when the world feels heavy. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into why self-focus is so transformative and explore practical mindfulness techniques to anchor you in the present. For now, remember this: pressure is part of life, but it doesn't have to define you. By turning inward with curiosity and kindness, you're already taking the first step toward a life-changing experience. Quick practice, the one breath reset. Before you move on, try this: close your eyes, if it's safe, and take one slow, deep breath. As you inhale, notice the air moving in. As you exhale, let your shoulders soften. That's it. You've just created a tiny pocket of calm. Carry it with you.